Low connection. Ah, you can still record video, it just won't be live. What?
That's interesting.
That's what I'm wondering.
Turn that off there. Let's go.
Connection issue.
Oh, well, we'll start again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our IDSN network. Our
Business 101.
Business 101. Let's sure get it right. We got stumbled a bit here on our technical difficulties, but look like everything's great. And we're excited to be with you. This is our Business 101 section. Really some fun stuff. And we got a special guest, actually two special guests, possibly three. I don't know if the little one's going to be around. But we're excited to share with you some great insights. We've got this whole momentum going with the International Direct Sellers Network. And we're excited. We got some fun things going, right, Brian?
That's exactly it. And it just keeps getting better. So you just want to be a part of this and hear these incredible guests we have on and all the events we have coming up and all the other special features. So,
yeah. And actually, how can they get in touch with us on the other methods?
Yeah, let me take care of some of the IDSN business for you who are watching and those who will watch this later on to find out how can I find out more about these guests, how can I hear about these special things, our visits to certain companies, products, other things that are coming up. So what we can share with you is that if you want to know more about these events and hear them, go to our Facebook page and like it and follow our Facebook page. And the way to do that is IDSN Official, or look up IDSN. But IDSN Official, at IDSN Official will find the page, and then you follow that page and like it. And then you can see events as we publish them, and then turn on your notifications. And when the events come live, you'll be notified. You can jump on and see those events. Now, the other thing you can do is follow us on Twitter. We do have at IDSN Corp, which is CORP, and if you do that, you'll be able to find other announcements that go out on our Twitter page and other information that we put out, motivational pieces, all kinds of different things. And then also our web page, which is idsnmembers.weebly.com. You go there and you'll be able to become a member, and that's the best way to get all the information. We're going to send out information to you through our newsletter and other ways that we contact you. It's all free, and then there's other tiers of membership later on, but right now to get all this information, you want to go to that website. You want to click on it says registration right now, but that's membership. It's free. We don't give your information out to other people. It gives you opportunity to find out about these great leaders, find out about all this information. Is going to help you build your business. We are the largest organization out there and will be the largest organization going forward on supporting direct sellers just like you. So get in here, be a part of it, grow this organization, share it with your downline, and we are going to make sure you're taken care of in the IDSN. So I'm going to turn time over to Terry. We're going to introduce our guest here tonight, and it's going to be a great call, and you'll be able to see this, watch it later, and be able to see all kinds of great things with these guys. So,
Brian, you all right, man? Hey guys, how we doing? This is Terry again.
So good to see you, Terry.
What's up, Terry?
I know. Go along, see? And look, you can see our special guest there, Tim and Sarah Cox. Excited. Is number 3 in the way there? Is she going to be visiting with us?
She's sleeping.
She's sleeping. Don't talk too loud, Terry.
Well, actually, I need to not be so loud.
Totally understand. Well, we appreciate your time out and visiting with us here. This is the first time actually having 4 people on the same Facebook Live, but we're excited.
You're tight.
I know we're going to squeeze up. Now, you guys can do that and be okay. Brian, I'm not going to get that cozy with you.
I'm managing social media over here, so I can get away from Terry so we don't feel too uncomfortable.
That's right. Now, I've had an opportunity to meet with these guys back at a previous organization of mine, and I'll tell you what, I've learned more about entrepreneurship, going for your dreams and goals, and just having perseverance from these 2 individuals. So you guys in the audience here from the International Direct Sellers Network and those who are already friends with Tim and Sarah, you know, as I do, these guys are powerful. And I want to invite them on really just to share some of their thoughts, their insights, and really to interview them on this Facebook Live and get some insights from them because they do have powerful energy. In fact, these guys are always on Facebook Lives anyway, doing some cool things yourselves. Is that right, Tim and Sarah?
Oh, we love Facebook Live. Yeah, we love connecting with the audience. To me, it's just the most powerful connectivity tool we've ever seen in our lifetime. It's just, and with that match with the network marketing industry, it's like, it's crazy what you can accomplish from the comfort of your home now.
And have so much fun doing at the same time.
I know. It's fun. It's fun. So let's just start off. You guys tell us, of course, who you are, where you're from, and how you even got started this whole industry.
So we are Tim and Sarah Cox here in South Louisiana, and we actually met through network marketing about 6 years ago. So I joined the company first. He joined my team about a year later, and we've literally been inseparable ever since. And because of network marketing, we went from, I was working in an office, corporate America, oil and gas down here in South Louisiana, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. He was working in construction, exterior home improvements. He had his own business. And within a very relatively short amount of time, about 2 years for me, I was able to go full-time network marketing, and now we get to be full-time parents and part-time network marketers, which is amazing to be at home together, building our business in our own time and truly living life on our terms. I mean, it's literally a dream come true.
Yeah, I kind of backed my way into this industry. I wasn't really crazy about it. I was raised in a hardworking family, you know, blue collar. We just family of entrepreneurs, family of business owners. And I just didn't feel like it was a real business, as most of us probably did before we got into this industry. It's kind of one of those things, right? And that was my perspective about it. But what I did love about business and being a business owner was the leverage aspect. But typically in traditional business, you build leverage by having employees or subcontractors in the construction world, right? And that comes with a whole bunch of headaches when you do that, because you have overhead, you have employees, you have, you know, payroll and workers' comp and all that stuff. So what I found out about the network marketing industry is it was the ability to build leverage without all the headaches that you have and all the overhead and everything else that you have in traditional business. And that was appealing to me because the most important thing for me was to be able to have my own freedom and make my own choices. And I just wasn't the type to want to work for somebody else and be told when to be at work and when to leave and how long you have for lunch. And when I finally sat down after a week of really looking at LifeVantage and taking the products that the company that we're in, I said, you know what, this business model is the real deal. I think I need to do it. And I met her like the second day after I joined the business. And
day number 2. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So six years now, we've been working the business side by side. We obviously didn't have any kids when we first started, and now we have a beautiful baby girl who turns 1, by the way, on the 19th of this month.
Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
You know, we dreamed about this day. We truly did dream about the day where one day we can be part-time network marketers and full-time parents, and that's exactly where we are right now.
And so when we're having a hard day with the baby, I have to remind myself that I dreamed about this.
Imagine that. Yeah, yeah.
She's a lot of work.
The interesting thing is,
she was awake so you could all see her. She's so cute.
No, yeah, let her sleep. But we know how it is for sure. It's funny. I've got 5 little ones. Actually, not a little anymore. How many kids you got, bro?
7.
So you hurry up, guys. Hurry up.
I always tell people it's not a race.
No, I don't think
I didn't get this straight here for nothing.
Well, the cool thing is, here's something that's very interesting, guys, because you're talking about your beginnings and stuff. There are people on this Facebook Live that are just starting off in their various network marketing entities themselves. How would you, what advice do you give those guys who are just starting off, some good business tips to get them going and maybe even to stay motivated? What would you say?
I would say don't overestimate what can happen in your first year or two, but don't underestimate what can happen the years after that. And that's typically what happens when people get into this type of business, because you have to be self-motivated, because you can't get fired, right? It's a catch-22. You're not going to get fired, but you're also not going to get fired, right? So nobody's going to tell you what to do, and you have to be really self-motivated and go out there and make it happen, because typically when people join, they work traditional jobs. And so you have the lunchtime, you have after lunch, after you get off of work, and that's typically the times when you want to eat for lunch, and then after work, you just want to relax, or you want to go to the gym or something. So fitting it in can be a little bit challenging, but I would say whatever vision you have for this business, whatever you want out of it, whatever your goals are, the higher those goals, the bigger the sacrifices that you're going to have to make, and the more commitment that you're going to have to make into the business. You know, you can work this business extremely part-time, but if you treat it like a hobby, it will cost you money like a hobby. And I think everybody who's been in this industry in and out have experienced that one time or another, whenever you've gotten lax and you take some time off from your business and you're like, oh man, my business started to go backwards. And so that's the thing for me, is just holding on to that vision and just keeping your emotions in check, right? Because there's a lot of highs and there's a lot of lows. And the higher you go, the worse that rebound is, and then the other way around, right?
Yeah.
And so you want to keep your emotions in check and just understand that some days are going to be good, some days are going to be rough. But at the end of the day, if you have a vision that's strong enough, you can go places with this business.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so definitely let the vision pull you into action. I know that I personally was my biggest obstacle. I was in my own way for about 6 months because my enthusiasm and my excitement about the possibilities was through the roof. And so is my fear and anxiety. What were people going to think of me? At the time when I signed up, I was 25, and the company that we were with was not about, they didn't even let me text my friends. And so,
Wow.
yeah, it was like phone calls. You got to make phone calls. And I was like, what? I ignore phone calls. Like, I literally ignore phone calls.
Sends them a text message. You need something?
So, like, the fear was really a lot greater there because I was having to do something that I really it was really uncomfortable for me. So I was in my own way, and it took me 6 months before I just finally made a decision, like, I'm either going to do this or I'm not going to do this. And not doing it wasn't an option. So I had to show up. And showing up for my business every day, even still to this day, means that I have to have a list of habits that I want to do consistently every single day. And sometimes people think, oh, I got to take like all out massive action. And yes, the more action you take, the faster your business is going to grow. But the compound effect of taking a little bit of consistent action every day can be huge. So have some daily habits. Include personal development, because the person that you need to be to have the success that you want to have is not the person that you are today.
Wow.
I have really big goals. I have a lot of growth that I need to do. So personal development is absolutely part of my daily habits. I do at least 15 minutes of reading a day. I want to connect with at least 3 new people a day. I want to follow up with a couple of people. I want to connect with my team. So have a checklist for each day of what you're going to do for your business and show up. The people that are successful, they're not successful because they don't have fear. They do have fear. They are uncomfortable. They just want the outcome, and their purpose for doing this and serving others and helping other people is so much greater that you're willing to put that fear and discomfort aside for everyone else.
Wow.
That is excellent
Brian,
advice.
I mean, that is, you just encapsulated what a lot of people are afraid of and they're thinking right now. That phone becomes like a heavy 2-ton brick they can't pick up or anything. Now we're in the world of social media. What do you think?
Yeah, and I want to. There's several questions. Sarah took off on something that I thought was really, really good. I have a question to follow up later on. But let me ask a question for both of you guys on social media, since that was mentioned a little bit. And let us know how you guys use social media to build your business. The pros, the cons, everything that you can kind of think of on that we could share with those who are listening.
Oh, like she had said, when we first started in our company, it was very old school, and nothing wrong with that, right? Because that's the way the business has been built since the beginning of time.
And that's how we got to where we are too.
Right. And although social media is something that has been around for a while, in the network marketing space, it's taken a while for different companies to adopt to it. And every time you transition from offline to online, there's a chance that people are going to not do anything because confusion happens and they just don't know what to do. Should I do the old thing or should I do the new thing, right? So we've had a lot of that transition in our organization. And look, we built it offline. We had a lot of success, but we're also now having success online. And just about everything that you can do, aside from sitting down and actually feeling and touching somebody, you can do through social media and virtually. And so from start to finish, from meeting people to inviting them to sharing the information, I would say we do most of our stuff on Facebook. I do Instagram and a couple of other little things, but right now we're really focused on Facebook, and we're using Facebook groups to meet people. We use Facebook groups. We have a product group. We have a business group. So when somebody's interested, we'll add them to those groups and tag them in some videos. And the most powerful tool we're using right now is Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger is the real deal when it comes to communicating with people. You can do group chats in there with your team. You can have leadership chats, but you can also do chats with your prospects, right? So once we add them to those Facebook communities, we'll send them a message over Facebook Messenger. And the cool thing about Messenger is you can send text chats. You can call them over Facebook Messenger. You can do conference calls. you can even do video chats with up to 50 people. And so the old school way was doing a three-way call with everything. And now we start a three-way chat over Facebook Messenger. And the cool thing is they also have a little plan function within Facebook Messenger. And so say Terry and I are talking about the business, we bring a third party, Sarah, right? And we're like, look, okay, we share a few texts back and forth. We use a little voice message. We say, why don't we hop on a video chat a little bit later, 8 o'clock? Sound good? Everybody agrees. You set the plan within Facebook Messenger for 8 o'clock. And guess what? An hour before 8 o'clock, everybody in the chat gets a reminder that we're going to be talking at 8 o'clock. And so when 8 o'clock happens,
that's a feature you want to be using.
Yes. When 8 o'clock rolls around, you click the video button within the group chat, and everybody in that group chat, their phone starts ringing, and you can hop onto a video chat, just like that. So it's like the process is so smooth that you can be building a business literally wherever you are. You can be in your living room watching your kids. You can be at the mechanic shop waiting to get an oil change. You can be on airplanes now with Wi-Fi. And you can be doing these group chats all over the place and connecting with people in Facebook groups. I mean, there's 2 billion people on Facebook. So, you know, when people complain, I don't have anybody to talk to, it's like, get on Facebook, meet some people over in Facebook groups.
I know,
and
yeah.
start some conversations.
And
Wow.
so for
So you guys
some of you, if like, can
Go
I say
ahead.
something on the social media thing? Because I kind of went into social media with a lot of resistance. And like, believe it or not, like still to this day, posting on Facebook like gives me anxiety. It's like this big, like I gotta post every day. I just, that's much for me. So some people have like, you go look at their profile and it's all like awesome, inspirational stuff. Like his profile is the perfect example of mixing in lifestyle and business and soft promotions of the product and the business. He's great at it.
Right.
That's just not me. But what I'm using social media for is I join groups. And in our new hometown, there's a group, a local moms group that has like 8,000 moms in this group. And people are asking questions and posting stuff all the time. And I'm just engaging in that group. And I'm making friends from there. And I'm having conversations with people in Facebook Messenger, adding them as friends, building that relationship, and sharing our products and business with them. And another tip about using that scheduler in the Facebook Messenger, I have a lot of people ask me, you know, they send someone the information, but they're having a hard time following up. So we're adding people to our product and business Facebook groups, and we're tagging them in videos. And so the verbiage that I use with the people that I share the videos with is I let them know, I just tagged you in a video. It's about 4 minutes long. Will you have time to watch it by tomorrow by like 4 o'clock?
Wow.
And if they say yes, I'll set the planner for 4 o'clock, and an hour before they'll get notified that it's coming up. So if they haven't watched it yet, they're like, oh, I got to go watch that 4-minute video Sarah sent. So that tool right there has been money for us.
That is brilliant.
Absolutely.
The key is Facebook Messenger. It's all about relationships. You don't need to be the best poster in the world. You just have to be a really good conversation starter. And I would say those of you who are out there that are spamming people on your social media profiles, it's all about building some curiosity, because if you just give them everything they think they need to see, they're going to make their decision based off of that. And you want to have the conversation in private. And so pique curiosity, just give them a little bit. I would say don't go to where you never ever mention anything about your products or business. But if you're talking 90% about your business and 10% about your lifestyle, you need to flip that around a little bit, because people, they need to know, like, and trust you to make a buying decision with you. And if you turn them off because you turn your Facebook profile into an infomercial, you're going to lose them. They're going to unfollow you, and they're not going to see your stuff ever again on social media.
Wow. Okay.
Excellent.
Brian, they just taught us what to do and how to do it. And that's, I mean,
excellent.
That's so cool.
If people are watching this, they're missing a gold mine of things. And so one of the things I do is I work with companies on strategizing social media. So I want to ask you guys a question that maybe you can confirm. Is one of the things that we see with social media is the ability to reach far more people than like the old school where you're going to call or even email. This is particular with like millennials, they don't even read the email. And I think, Sarah, you mentioned that too. There's certain things that you just don't do. I won't do these things. I won't, you know, whatever it may be. That happens to be certain generations just don't even go into those certain areas. So are you seeing that social media is giving you access, far greater extent of your access to people much quicker. And then the second thing is you're seeing the adoption much better. I've seen that through companies that you're able to get people through certain social media, through text or whatever, an adoption or an interaction much better than another means of communicating with them where maybe they can ignore it. And I think you've already confirmed that in some of your talking, but can you reconfirm those things? Is social media is powerful in being able to reach people and being able to get that adoption, that interaction? Is that true, what you're seeing?
Absolutely. So social media really allows you to stay connected with the people that you already know, the people on your friends list already that you may not have seen or spoke to in 10 years. You can like and comment on their Facebook post, and it's not so weird whenever you send them a message. It's almost like you've been a part of their life and they've been a part of yours if they're following you. So it just, not only does it really help you stay connected with people that you already know, but it opens up your database to be able to meet so many people that you would not otherwise have met. One of our newest teams that we have growing, we're in 3 different states. Neither one of us had ever met each other face to face, but we're super excited to be forming a new team, and we all got connected through social media, and that's probably how we're going to build a lot of new teams.
Yeah, and you know, the people that are afraid to adopt to social media, one thing they'll always say is, well, you can start it online, but eventually you have to take it offline. And some people truly believe that eventually you have to take it offline, whether it's going to sit down at a coffee shop. You know, we do like to get on the phone or do video chat, right? That's our version of offline, unless they live within close proximity to us. Then we'll sit offline. However, the more important thing is your offline prospects, you have got to take them online, right? Because say you see somebody every, you know, not even every week, say every now and then you see them at church or you see them at the grocery store. If you don't add them to your social media profile, how often are you really going to see those people? Especially if you have 5 and 7 kids, you're never going to see your people. And how many times do you have to reschedule? Hey, let's get together next week. Oh, I can't do it next week. Something came up. And you keep pushing it and pushing it. So you don't see those people like you used to, unless you live in like a super, super small town. However, if you meet somebody literally on the street, like say I meet somebody tomorrow just hanging out at the bus stop or something, and I'm like, are you on Facebook? And I add that person to Facebook, guess what? We met one time, we talked for 5 minutes, but over the next year, we're going to see each other on social media. We're going to reach out to each other.
Absolutely.
It's the ultimate connectivity tool. And when it comes to adoption, like you were talking about, the truth is when people see you doing your business, whatever it is, they were going to ask themselves, can I do what this person is doing, right? Can I do, and do I want to do what this person is doing? And what we found is a lot more people, see, when we first started, when we were all offline, we were looking for the 3 to 5% of people that are willing to do what we do, right? And the rest of the people that didn't want to do that, it's just like, oh, well, go find a different company or something else to do. Now what we're finding out is because we have the training in offline, but we also have the training in the system with online, we can now capture more of that 95 to 97% of people who before wanted nothing to do with our business because they just didn't like face-to-face, or they're extremely introverted, right? They just can't open their mouth when they're around other people. So to me, social media is the great equalizer because you can be extremely introverted. Some of our friends that are the most successful networkers in this industry, 7-figure earners, some 8-figure earners, will tell you that they're extreme introverts, and sitting on an airplane, they don't even want to talk to the person sitting next to them. Right? That's kind of how I am. She's like social butterfly. She'll talk to anybody.
But I'm an introvert on my Facebook wall.
I can be sitting on a plane with somebody, and I want my headphones on, and typically I won't start a conversation with somebody sitting next to me. It doesn't mean I'm like,
ooh, who do I want to sit next to?
Who can I talk to? I'm just the type of person that, you know, if you start a conversation with me, typically I'll talk with you all day long, but it's not in my nature to go out there and start conversations with a bunch of people. So networking for me was a little bit harder when everything was offline, but now with online, we can do all of this stuff at the comfort of our homes. We don't have to hit the road all the time. And especially with this little 1-year-old baby that we have that is extremely time consuming, extremely needy right now, we can be where we need to be, but still be productive with our business.
Another example too, though, I go to the gym and I go to different classes, like different times and stuff. And because I am an extrovert in person, I'm always meeting people and I'm having conversations. And I'm like, hey, are you on Facebook? And so I'll connect with them on Facebook because a lot of times we don't end up in the same class. But I can still chat with them. I can still comment and like their stuff. That way, I'm still building that relationship. If I were depending on the class to actually build relationship with people, that could take a really long time. And it might be kind of weird for me to be like, hey, you want to go have coffee? Like after we just chit chat for a couple of minutes. Whereas I can just be like, hey, let's connect on Facebook, because if I don't see you in class, I want to stay in touch. And no one's weird about it at all. And I get to add to my database, and they get to see what's going on in our life. And so when we do see each other in the gym, it's kind of like we already know what's going on.
So I actually, we ran into here in town somebody that I hadn't seen since elementary school. And I'm 38 years old, so that's been a little while since I've been in elementary school. Literally have not talked to this person since back 20 plus years. And we ran into each other at the coffee shop, and I was like, oh, hey, your daughter's so cute. And we're talking about things that, how does that happen, right? We haven't talked to each other.
She ran up and gave him a hug.
Exactly. So it's been that long, 20, 30 years. And because of social media, it just brings people back together. It's crazy. It is the most powerful tool for network marketing. It can be a little daunting, right? The learning curve can be kind of steep if you're not 100% committed to learning it. However, once you learn those tools and the tactics of building on social media, it is a game changer.
Yes, yes.
You guys are a powerful group together. Both of you guys with their strengths and weaknesses kind of offset each other. That is something that, now, not everyone's going to probably get that, but you guys really, that is really great to have that, where you guys can work off of each other. And I really appreciate you both confirming some of those things. I talk about social media all the time, and these, if I can just tell people listening, this is incredible stuff. This is the stuff you need to understand and do. They keep saying, well, I don't know, I'm not really for that. Stop saying that stuff and listen to what Tim and Sarah are saying, and get out there and do some of these things. Start doing it. Start putting it in play, and it will come to you. You'll get better at it. You guys are an example of that, and man, anybody can do that. I really appreciate you guys sharing that.
Yeah, and funny
here's the thing about with social media is that everybody will adopt eventually. Trust me. But the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be for you to adopt when that time comes, right? So it's just like we went from the flip phone, and then we progressed, slowly progressed, and now we have these super smartphones, right? But if you took somebody who had a flip phone way back in the day and you handed them the iPhone 8 or the iPhone X, right, they wouldn't know what the heck to do with it. So it was that slow progression of adopting every time there were small changes. And the same thing with technology and social media. It's rapidly changing. And if you stay up with it and you continue to learn, you're going to grow with technology instead of there being more of a separation between where you are and where you eventually want to be with social media.
Exactly.
So much. I climb mountains on the side, a little personal stuff. And I always tell people who want to go out and they say, oh, it's really beautiful, I'd love to do it, but I don't think I can do it. I go, how do you know? If you never go to the trailhead and you never start on the trail, you're never going to get to the mountaintop, or you're never going to get to the next view, or wherever you are on the trail. They always stay home on the couch, and I sit there and say, you want to be out there, let's go. We'll go as far as you can go, we'll turn around. But you won't get anywhere if you never start on the path. You got to get out there and walk it. You got to get out there and try it, and you'll be happy you did. And it's the same thing here. So much fun is coming from it, so much interaction, and you learn and you make mistakes, but you're better off. And then everyone else goes, how did you do that? I don't know, I just started. Same thing you guys are saying.
Yeah. So
I read the other day that taking action brings clarity, but you have to take that first step. And a lot of times we overanalyze, and we're trying to get ready, like just go. And you're going to figure it out along the way, and you're going to get better the more you do, but you have to take that first step. And getting to the top of the mountain, getting to that summit is amazing and worth it, right?
Absolutely. And what's also another analogy, sorry, Sarah, I was just going to say it's not the summit that really, for anyone who climbs, when we get to the summit, it's kind of done. It was the journey there that everyone talks about. That's what we get back home, we talk about. That's what we share the pictures about. It's about the journey. The summit, I have very few pictures. It's all about getting there and getting back. And that is where people, again, social media interacting with someone like you guys, either one of you, that's where all the fun occurs. That's where everything is happening. That's what makes it so much fun to be a part of whatever we're doing, because we're doing it together and progressing together. It's just fun. Yeah. And so thank you. This was really good. It was really good stuff.
Well, the interesting thing is, before I get to my question, the fear factor is real, and you guys, of course, have addressed it and said, you know what, you can overcome it. This little project that Brian and I are doing, starting this thing off, we could have said, nah, let's not even kick it off. But there's something about overcoming your fears and going for bigger and better dreams that's really important. So that's good. Now, here's my question for you guys, because you're reaching some pinnacles. You guys are at the top of the compensation plan in your companies there, and being able to do, again, I'm Life Vantage, I work there with you guys. You're getting to where there's almost no more summit. What motivates you now to keep doing what you're doing? Because you're probably in a spot where a lot of people want to be, and they'd be happy settling where you're at. But what keeps you motivated day by day?
Well, first we have a few more ranks to go. So
They added some ranks.
added some ranks. However, the beauty of this business is if you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want. And so that is something we learn at the very beginning. And so it doesn't matter what rank we are. It doesn't matter what kind of paycheck we have. It doesn't matter what kind of trips we get to go on. It's really not about us. And until the people in our organization that helped us get to where we are today, get wherever they want to go, our job is not done. And so we can be at the top of the top. We can be making $200,000, $300,000 a month. But if there are people in our organization that still want to win and still have paychecks to grow and still have ranks to climb, then we're still working.
I love doing this so much that this is what gives my life meaning and purpose. Helping others get to their goals is what really fuels my fire. So if I've got people on my team that are excited and they're ready to run, I'm ready to help them do it. And there's really nothing more fun than bringing on your own personal new distributors and starting new teams and just getting in that energy and that excitement of a whole new group of people, where the ripple effect of lives being changed from a health standpoint and a financial standpoint just spreads so far and wide. Beyond, the stories go beyond any that we'll even ever hear. But to know that we played a small part in making a big impact on someone's life, that's what I live for.
And truly, a lot of people have a short-term vision about this, right? Let me make some quick money. Let me build this thing fast and whatever. If you're truly where you're at a company where it's a legacy company, if they have all the components to build long-term, you truly can create a legacy for your family. And I know we hear that all the time, is like, create a legacy for your family. Truly, if you create a business that continues to pay you for generations to come, what kind of ripple effect is that going to happen on your future generations? And we're far enough into network marketing to know that there are companies out there that are 50 and 60 years old, the Amways of the world, right? The companies like that, where the Shackleys of the world, where literally we're now on second, third, and fourth generation people that are continuing to build and continuing to get paid from the businesses that were built decades ago. That's powerful. That's super, super powerful to be able to do that and leave that type of legacy. So every day we wake up and we go to build our business, part of what we're doing is creating something that our daughter can one day take over, right? Whether she wants to work it or she just wants to collect the check. So wow, it's a really special industry to be a part of. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is there always room for improvement? Yes, but compared to traditional business where we both were, this has been the best industry that we've ever been involved in.
Awesome. Wow.
That's great stuff.
This is good. This is real deal.
Yeah, I would agree. I would think, I just can't emphasize enough, people want to hear these type of things. We go all over the place. We talk with distributors all over the world. Both me and Terry have traveled all extensively and work with many different companies. And this is just really, really good stuff. I just can't emphasize that enough. And it's true. It's exactly true. This is real stuff. This isn't something we're making up. It is real. And I very much appreciate you guys sharing that and being a part with us here tonight. It is very, very good. And I really like it.
You like these guys, huh? They're good. They're good. Well, Tim and Sarah, we appreciate your time here tonight. Our time, we're a few minutes past, but we're just excited to have you guys even being a part of this deal. We had some other great leaders on previously, but I'm telling you, you guys as a tag team have been the first one we've ever had this way.
We love it. And I hope you're willing to come back. Yeah, we'd love to have you back again.
Any way they can reach out to you, somebody on this Facebook Live, if they're curious about it, they like the way you're talking, the way you're delivering your messages, how can they reach you? What would be the best way?
Definitely, we're tagged in this post, so connect with us on our personal profiles. We also have a business page, Tim and Sarah Cox. That's where we do all our network marketing stuff. That's where we do our trainings. That's where we just share. But connect with us on the personal level and connect with us on the business page for sure. We'd love to hear from all. We love connecting with people. And it doesn't mean that we're going to try to recruit you, right? We have friends in a bunch of different companies, and we just have mutual relationships, mutual respect, and we just share value with each other. And so it doesn't matter what company you're in. It's a safe zone to reach out to us. We're not going to try to, recruit you.
Yeah, and if you do join our Tim and Sarah Cox business page and you have certain topics that you would like us to train on, we are going to be going live more consistently. I'm like claiming it right now. We're going to be doing it. your topics. We'd be happy to, help people. We want to up level the entire network marketing profession. We want the whole world to know that network marketing is the thing to do, because I truly believe that this is the business model of the future.
Wow.
People are seeing that you can live life on your own terms. And so we want to help people to be able to do that no matter what company they're a part of, because a lot of the tactics, all the principles, they remain the same. It's going to be a little bit different where you apply it to your own company, but we love to help and inspire and teach other people. So definitely connect with us there and let us know what you want to learn from us, and we'll be putting it out for you.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
This is definitely a trend in the industry. You guys are right with it right now, because so many people are saying, look, we're not about just one company. We're about just trends, going beyond just the single company and being able to connect with lots of people. So you guys are right on the trend that's happening right now. The next, I mean, this industry is going to double again, because people are now seeing that this type of mindset of helping other people, and it's just a part of the way things are going. So
we saw this pretty early on.
We saw it.
We saw it. We got some great things. So guys, again, thank you for taking time out of your night there in good old Louisiana. I miss Louisiana, man.
That's way
Come
back
on
there.
back down, Terry. Come on back down. Hey, look, hey, by the way, we're now getting into crawfish season.
Oh, that's such good food back there.
Crawfish and festival season for the next few months. So come on down. We'll bring
Nothing
you
like some good mud
food.
bugs.
And the weather's really nice here. We only have a short window of nice weather here in South Louisiana before it gets all hot and humid. So it's really good time to come visit.
Get on back to NOLA there. Love that. All right, guys. Well, thanks again for your time. This has been the International Direct Sellers Network Business 101. These guys have really knocked it out of the park. Tim, Sarah, thanks again for being on with us. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thanks
Have a
Thanks
great
for
night.
having us. Have a good night, everyone.
Night.
Okay. See ya.